Hello, everyone. I'm Sign1News anchor Vanessa Paloma-Bajarnik. Here are the top international news stories in ISL. If you post an interesting comment about this update, we may add it at the bottom of the screen. The Women's World Cup tournament wrapped up week 1. But there is another battle going on in the soccer world: equal pay for women. According to a CNN analysis, on average, the women athletes at the 2023 World Cup earned just 25 cents for every dollar earned by men at their World Cup last year. But in recent years, the U.S. women's national team has waged a high-profile pay battle. The U.S. women's national team reached an equal pay deal with U.S. Soccer in May 2022 after 6 years of legal fighting, including a gender discrimination lawsuit filed in 2019. Now, women's teams in Jamaica, Canada, and Spain have waged fights for equal treatment and pay. Last October, more than 150 players from 25 national teams, supported by their global union, sent a letter to FIFA calling for equal prize money and conditions at the Women's World Cup. FIFA has said it is aiming for equality in payments by the next World Cups in 2026 and 2027. In Israel, thousands of protesters are in the streets demanding an end to the government's judicial overhaul efforts. The first law passed this week in a series of bills that weakens the Supreme Court's oversight of government decisions. All of the doctors in Israel's medical association are also on strike in response to the judicial reforms. They say the law is broad and dangerous and will have serious consequences for the health system, patients, and doctors. In Niger, an attempted coup is underway. That's according to regional leaders responding to reports that the country's president had been seized by his guards. Those reports also say that President Mohamed Bazoum is inside his palace in the capital, Niamey. The Economic Community of West African States and the African Union are condemning the move. The group also called on the coup leaders to immediately free the democratically elected president. A statement on the president's social media channels says he's doing well, but CNN cannot verify that. Niger has had 4 separate coups since gaining independence from France in 1960. Fires continue to rage on the Greek island of Rhodes and in the central city of Volos. A woman's body was found in a camper van near Volos. And a shepherd died while trying to save his flock from the flames. 2 pilots also died when their firefighting plane crashed. Images have emerged of several people trying to evacuate Volos by boat. Greece's prime minister says climate change may be a factor in the wildfires. But he said it is not an excuse for the country not being able to control the flames. We want to warn you, images in this story may be disturbing to some viewers. According to local wildlife authorities, more than 50 long-finned pilot whales died after they were stranded on a beach in Western Australia. Before the mass stranding, the pod was spotted grouping approximately 150 meters offshore. Video shows the whales huddling together in the water, some laying sideways. Others were on their backs, flapping their tails. After the stranding on the beach, hundreds of volunteer veterinarians and marine life experts tried their best to get the whales back into the ocean. When that failed, wildlife officials say they had to make the heartbreaking decision to euthanize the whales. Wagner founder Yevgeny Prigozhin was spotted for the first time since he led an armed mutiny last month in Russia. According to accounts associated with Wagner, he was seen in St Petersburg meeting with an African dignitary during a Russia-Africa summit. CNN has not been able to identify the dignitary with Prigozhin, but he was wearing an identification badge that matched the ones being worn by other officials at the summit. CIA officials say since the rebellion, Prigozhin has moved around a lot and has only been seen in public once before, on July 19th in Belarus. Last week we told you a Thailand Burger King was selling the real cheeseburger filled with 20 slices of American cheese. That story went viral. Now Burger King in Thailand has introduced a burger with just meat. The real meat burger has 3 beef patties, it is plain with no other toppings or sauces and costs about $10. But customers can add as many beef patties as they want for about $3 per extra patty. Sign1News will be broadcasting international news updates every Sunday. A big thank you to our Sign1News app supporters. You help make this broadcast happen. You can download the Sign1News app by heading to the App Store or Google Play Store on your smartphone. And you can also watch on Apple TV, Amazon, and Roku.